is your mic, Siobhan. Hello.
Hello.
You can a little closer.
Hello.
Tell everybody where you're from.
My name's Siobhan and I'm from Adelaide.
So tell us what you're going to do for us tonight.
Well, you've all heard of stand-up comedy. Well, I'm doing some sit-down comedy.
Oh, okay. Here we go. It's Siobhan, everybody.
Yes, I've got some very interesting neighbours for a start. We call them Mr. and Mrs. Palindrome. They're people whose names spell the same backwards and forwards. There's quite a large group of them actually. There's Nan, Pop, Mum, Dad, Sis, Lil, El, and let's not forget the aquatics instructor, or at least he was an aquatics instructor, before he lost part of his arms and legs. His name is Bob. But anyway, they've moved on, and we're still there. And of course, it's not very politically correct to talk about disabilities these days, but since I have a disability, I guess that means I can't really be insulting myself. But anyhow, people often ask me, why are you in a wheelchair, what's the matter with you, etc. And I used to tell them, I used to say, well, I have spastic diplegia cerebral palsy, and they'd go, what? And I'd say, spastic diplegia cerebral palsy. And so many people kept asking me, and every time they did, I'd say this, I have spastic diplegia cerebral palsy. Now I just figure it's best to just say, I broke a chain ladder. And that's not all. My best friend, now she actually has a very unusual family. Her dad, he's blind, her mum is deaf, and she had polio. Now she's got a brother, he's completely normal. You wouldn't believe it. They had to put him in a home. But you know, whatever you do, wherever you are, even if it is in a home, you have to be committed. Now my parents, they were very committed. They were very committed. When they married, they thought, let's just have a nice little family. 1, maybe 2 kids. At least that's what they thought at the beginning. But then, as time went on, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because they believed that you just should keep on until you find you have one you like. But you've been really, really good, and so I'll leave you with this. Because I've mentioned families and parents, of course, mum and dad, and brothers and sisters and friends, you know, everyone's got a favourite. Now, I've been told that doesn't happen with grandparents. Well, I am a grandparent, so I will let you into a little secret. You know, they say you can't have families without lies. And when somebody told me that just the other day, I thought, you've got to be joking. Family's not supposed to lie. But when you look at it, I'm sure I was just mistaken. When you look at the word families, how do you spell it? F-A-M-I. Yes, you see what I mean? Yes, you can't have families without lies. And this is very important for grandparents because they have to tell a lot of little fibs. You know, how many are grandparents? A lot of you grandparents? Right, now, just tell me, have any of your grandchildren never said to you, who's my favourite? They all ask it, don't they? They say, Grandma, I'm your favourite, aren't I? Or who's your favourite? And often grandparents will say, you're all my favourite. Well, that's impossible. But then they'll say, well, I don't have any favourites. I don't have any favourites at all. Do you know anybody who doesn't have any favourites? Come on, let's be real. No, they say they don't have favourites, but that's not true. Every grandparent will say they don't have favourites. What they mean is not that they don't have any favourites, just that you're not it. Look at you, Jules, you won!